2019 CRF450RX. Very ghetto street legal setup, but you know, here in Ohio they don't care about those things.
Say hello to the newest addition to the channel, the 2019 CRF450RX. This bike belonged to my buddy Clay. He bought it brand new and threw some Supermoto wheels on there. I also had a chance to ride it in dirt form a couple years back and fell in love with it. It was really the first 450 that I got a chance to ride. It is definitely way too much bike for what I need, but he hooked it up with the homie deal and I couldn't pass it up. A little backstory on the 450RX. It was introduced in 2017 alongside the 450R, as well as the outdated 450X, which we won't talk about. The 450R is obviously more tailored for motocross with the suspension valving, while the RX is geared for off-road. They both share the same frame. The RX has softer suspension. We also have a slightly bigger tank, a kickstand, and a skid plate, as well as an extra tooth in the rear sprocket. In 17, the R model did not come with electric start, and this bike did. I'll talk about some of the changes to the RX over time, but as you can see, we no longer have the Kickstarter. Fast forward to 2019, where the current lineup consists of the 450R, RX, and now introducing the X and L models, which both share the same lower compression Unicam engine, but come equipped with a wide ratio 6-speed transmission, and do not fall into the race category. As most of you know, I did have the 450L. I did not like that bike, so I'm sure you're curious to see what my thoughts are on this machine. But this is pretty much a 450R race bike with a few extra goodies set up for trail riding. This is definitely not a trail bike. This is much more of a race machine. As with any bike, you can do whatever you want on it. As you can see, we got the Supermoto set up, but I do have the dirt wheels as well, so if you would like to see a dirt review, be sure to leave it in the comments below. I already did a full ride a couple years ago, but now with the knowledge that I have and a little bit more experience, I'm sure some of my opinions would be different. As you know, I'm very much a two-stroke guy, so the big bore four-stroke is on the opposite end of the spectrum. In 2019, this bike gained a little extra power, making it the highest horsepower rated bike in its class. This thing makes over 60 horsepower. Also, we have the 3-mode launch control and the 3 different ignition maps, as well as some updates to the fuel injection system, oil pump, and the clutch. Mode 3 is the most aggressive tune, with 2 being the mellow, and number 1 is just kind of the standard mode. Overall, guys, this bike is stupid. Way more than I need. This thing will rip the bars out of your hands. It has a ridiculous amount of power. I do plan on doing a track day, so I think we're gonna bring this thing out, have some fun. I've never actually had a bike on a track before, and I'm talking about a road course, not off-road. So that's where the Supermoto wheels will come into play. I think it'll be fun. This thing is definitely the perfect Supermoto for the track. It is not good on the streets, and we'll get into that later, but the 5-speed close ratio just doesn't cut it. You really can't do more than 60 miles an hour without ringing this thing out. Also, no fan, so you gotta be careful in traffic. You can't be sitting there or else it'll overheat. So we might throw a fan on there, do a few mods. I definitely want to get some handguards just for looks alone, and if we do end up doing some trail riding, and even at the track, it'll save the levers. This is not a factory street legal bike, but in Ohio it's pretty easy to get the job done. So we have the Trail Tech Vapor for our display, speedometer, odometer, all that good stuff. We've got the Bike Life Special headlight up here, little LED bar. Fantastic job with the wiring, Clay. But overall, this is a beautiful bike. I'm a Honda fanboy, and this thing just looks so sexy. Of course, you have the dual exhaust, which is obnoxious, but I do love it. If you think I'm gonna get aftermarket pipes, you gotta be out of your damn mind for like $1,500, unless you wanna send the money. It ain't happening, but there's no real need to do it because these things are wide open. This is a race bike. We don't have to worry about any of the emission stuff clogging up this engine. It breathes and it shoots fire. This thing is rowdy. But I really want to get some more seat time on this, get comfortable, so I'm going to gear up and we're going to hit the road. Alright guys, it's time to take this thing for a rip. Just got some Brap juice and we're ready to see what the 450RX has got. I believe we're in map 2 right now, so we'll give her a little pull. Oh my god! Grab for that 6th gear. You can't keep the front wheel down. That's in the mellowest map too. This thing is stupid. Somebody needs to find a way to put this engine on the 450L and 450X bottom. Like if this had the 6-speed wide ratio, this thing would be a killer on the street. I'm not used to the weight of this thing, or lack of. I've been riding that 300L and the old KDX 200 a lot, so this thing is a feather. But this thing is far from a dual sport. Woo! Man! This bike is an adrenaline rush. Just so much pent-up aggression. This thing is angry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared of this bike. I think homeboy's got something to say. Somebody's trying to be a hero out here. Dumbass. I guess this bike just makes people upset. It's red, it's obnoxious, it's quick. I don't know if people like the whirlies. I gotta practice those turnarounds though. Like we'll just do a little skirt. Ah, there we go. You blend right in, horse. Honestly, there's really nothing bad that I can say about the bike in this form because it was never meant to be this way. So my asshole is numb, my hands are numb. This is not a dual sport. This is not a street bike. This is a pent up race bike that's meant to be in the dirt, hitting jumps, doing hair scrambles. That's okay because it's a lot of fun on the street too. I think the seat's flaring up my hemorrhoids too, man. That thing is right in my goody hole. Nothing like cruising 5th gear. Just pop it up whenever. Doesn't matter. 1st, 5th. Oh man. To be completely honest, I don't have much more to say about this bike. It is absolutely rowdy. It is obnoxious. I definitely feel like it's trying to kill me. But just compared to the trail bikes and the dual sports that I've been riding, this is a completely different animal. By far the most powerful motorcycle that I've owned. Just a ridiculous amount of bottom end power. Like, if you can keep the front wheel down, you can do 0 to 60 in like a couple seconds. It's an animal. It's beautiful too. I love a clean Supermoto. I honestly don't know what the fate of this bike is. I'd like to keep it for a while, do a track day, maybe do another woods ride and see where it goes from there. But if you'd like to see me do anything to this bike, let me know. I would like to get an actual headlight on here. Maybe we'll do the Baja Designs with a 450L or the 450X housing. Man, shaking a little bit. This thing can definitely get you into some trouble. I'm not a street rider by any means, so I'm way out of my element here. I like trail riding. I like single track. Spend most of the time off-road, so this is a completely different animal, and it's not for everybody. So I think that's what we needed to do, is get the dirt setup back on here and really enjoy this bike the way it was intended to be used. Beautiful day. But I think that's going to end out today's video. If you like this bike and you approve of this purchase, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff that you hear from every YouTuber. But it really does help out. Upload 3 videos a week, so turn the notifications on if you care to watch. But I'm going to make my way back home. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next one, we'll see you then.